Hey, just give me a few minutes. I'm trying to get set up. Trying to find a better system for the laptop because it doesn't really work very well. But anyways, hey, so we're gonna get started here in a few minutes. If we haven't met before, my name is Nuke. Yes, like nuclear. It's a weird name, I know. This is my old Army nickname. I'm never going to grow out of it. But hey, everyone. But if we haven't met, my name is Nuke, and I'm the studio manager over at Space Yoga. And obviously, I'm also one of the yoga teachers. So Tuesdays are my day, and we are going to go ahead and do a yoga class today together. If you have any questions, unfortunately, I can't really see the chats because it's kind of far, and I'll be teaching. And in a video class, I try to do as many of the movements with you as I can, so that way you have a reference if you need it. Plus, I can't really see you for feedback, so I won't be able to see your questions. But if you do have questions throughout today's live stream, hold on to them and email us or send us a message on our social media. We'll be happy to answer them. Words are hard. Sorry, it's like a thing of mine. But that being said, we are going to get started here in a few minutes. I do want to put a small caveat out there. I do suffer from asthma, and it's like really hot in my yoga room today. So if I'm like breathing heavy, please forgive me. We're going to work through it together. But if you did not know, we're running these every single day at 5 p.m. With a bunch of different teachers. We're trying to have a rotation going. So that way it's a little bit different every single day. We run this through Space Yoga Studio, but also with the help of our nonprofit organization. We do have our own 501c3 nonprofit organization called Project Create Space. Which allows us to go into facilities that desperately need a little bit of love, kindness, and compassion and bring yoga programs into those facilities. We're in the Cancer Center, the VA, drug and alcohol rehabilitation centers, senior centers, schools, wraparound services, where we have our hands in a lot of little jars. So that being said, thank you so much for joining me today. And if you're ever interested in supporting Space and Project Create Space, and you're not sure how to do that, you can always donate through the projectcreatespace.org website, or you can just send us a message. I mean, I love it when you guys do that. So we are going to go ahead and get started. So go ahead and grab your yoga mat, roll it out. If you don't have a yoga mat, that is okay. It is not mandatory. Just find a nice open area where you can practice. And again, if you have questions, hold on to them, and you can ask them at the end, or you can send me a message on our social media. But we're going to get started. It is so hot in my sunroom. It's going to be like forced hot yoga for me. So hopefully you guys have like a cooler area, or if you're doing forced hot yoga with me, good luck. But we're going to go ahead and get started. So we're actually going to find a comfortable seated position down on the floor. No, we're actually going to lay down. So we're going to go ahead and find a position laying down on the floor. So we're going to lay down in a comfortable position. You can have your knees bent, or you can have your legs straight. It's up to you. Have your hands wherever you want, up down by the side, on your chest, wherever is comfortable. And I want you to go ahead and close your eyes. So we're just going to take a moment here to take a couple deep breaths. Ground us, center us. Remind us why we're putting in this effort in the first place. Because to be honest, it's really hard right now. It's hard to find that motivation. It's hard to find that compassion for ourselves. So take a moment to check in with yourself, how you're feeling. We're going to take a nice big deep breath in and open your mouth and sigh out. Again, nice big deep breath in. Open your mouth and sigh out. Relax for just a moment. When you're ready, I want you to very gently pull your knees in towards your chest. You can keep your eyes open or closed. It's up to you. So you can pull those knees in towards the chest. You can hug them nice and tight. You can rock back and forth or side to side, whatever you prefer. When you're ready, you're going to place your hands on your knees. We're going to take our knees in nice wide circles. So we're going to go in one direction maybe 3 or 4 times. We're going to come back and we're going the other direction a couple times. Bring it back to center, hug it in. And then as easily as you can, we're going to reach through the knees. We're going to grab the outsides of the feet. We're going to pull the knees down towards the armpits. Soles of feet up towards the ceiling for happy baby. Now you can stay here or you can rock back and forth. It's up to you. And then if you have a room, you're going to grab your big toe with your fingers. You're going to straighten your legs. You're going to open them up nice and wide. Now, if you can't grab the big toe, that's okay. You can grab the back of the knees and just open them up nice and wide. And bring it back to center and hug those knees back in. And then as easy as you can, we're going to drop both knees off to the right, keeping our shoulders down on the ground. If you want, you can take your right hand, you can place it on top of the knees for a little bit of added pressure. We're going to bring it back to center. And we're going to drop it off to the other side. We're going to bring it back to center. Hug those knees in. And then as easy as we can, we're going to place the soles of feet down on the floor. We're going to take our right ankle on top of the left knee. And we're going to reach through the hole that we've created. We're going to grab the back of the left thigh. And we're going to hug it in towards the body. Now you can hold it as tight as you can. This is called figure 4. It's an alternative to pigeon. It's really good for your sciatic nerve and your hips. Relieve a little bit of tension. I know we've been sitting a lot lately. We're going to release the feet back down to the floor. And we're going to switch. So we're going to take left ankle on top of right leg. And we're going to pull the right leg in towards the body. All right, we're going to release. Both feet back down. And when you're ready, we're going to place our hands down along the side. We're going to bring the feet as close to the bum as we can get them. And then as easily as you can, we're going to press the feet into the floor. We're going to lift the hips, bring ourselves into bridge. Bring it back down. Press the feet into the floor, lift those hips for bridge. Bring it back down. Last time, we're going to press the feet into the floor, lift the hips for bridge. And bring it back down. When you're ready, we're going to hug those knees back in towards the chest one last time. And then as many rocks as it takes you, we're going to rock our way up into a seated position. So we're going to have that nice tall seated spine. Shoulders down and back. Hands can be in the lap or down on the floor, wherever you prefer them. And then if you don't find comfort in this cross-legged position, you can always sit with your feet in bound angle, which your soles of your feet are touching, or you can sit with your legs extended. Whatever you prefer, whatever's best for you, just nice tall spine. So have that tall spine, When you're ready, we're going to go ahead and close our eyes gently for just a moment. We're going to take a moment here to remind us that we're here, we're valid, we're allowed to take up space, we're allowed to make noise, but most importantly, we're allowed to feel about the current climate of things however we choose to feel. If you've been feeling any guilt or you've been harboring any ill feelings, it's okay. Remind yourself that you're human, you're getting through this however you can. When you're ready, we're going to bring those arms overhead. We're going to exhale, fold forward, reaching as far as we can. We're going to walk those hands forward. We're going to take those hands, we're going to walk them all the way over to the right, bringing the chest as close to the right knee as you can. Doesn't have to be perfect, doesn't have to touch. We're going to bring it back to center, and we're going to walk it off to the other side. And back to center. Press that chest down. We're going to bring it back up. Nice tall spine, arms overhead. We're going to exhale, twist in one direction. It doesn't matter which one. You can take that opposite hand to the knee if you would like. Back to center, arms overhead. We're going to go off in the other direction. We're going to back to center, arms overhead. We're going to bring those hands down, hard centering it easily as we can. We're going to drop our chin down to our chest. We're going to rock our head back and forth a couple times. When you're ready, we're going to bring right ear over to right shoulder as close as you can get it. If you want, you can take the left hand and you can reach out to the side. Personally, I like to rock my head back and forth here as well, but that's up to you. We're going to bring chin back to chest, rock it around a couple times. We're going to bring left ear over to left shoulder. You can take that right hand. You can reach out to the side if you'd like. Bring chin back to chest, rock it around. Bring it all the way back up. When you're ready, we're going to bring those arms overhead. We're going to exhale, fingertips down to shoulders. And we're going to rock the elbows forward. Now when you're ready, we're going to stop and we're going to go backwards. And then as easily as we can, we're going to take the right hand, we're going to extend it. We're going to very gently grab here at the fingertips, and we're going to pull back towards the face or the chest. Being very gentle here, just stretching out the wrists a little bit. We're going to release it down, grab here at the knuckles, very gently pull back. We're going to release, rock it around a couple times. Now we're going to do the other side. So we're going to extend that left hand, grab here at the fingertips, very gently pull back. We're going to release the hand, drop it down, grab here at the knuckles, very gently pull back. Release, rock it around. And when you're ready, as easily as you can, we're gonna come forward onto our hands and our knees, bring ourselves into tabletop position. So when you're ready, we're gonna go ahead and make sure that the wrist is right underneath the shoulder, the knee is right underneath the hip. We're gonna bring ourselves through some cat and cow. So we're gonna inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze. Exhale, tuck the tailbone around the shoulders, press back. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze. Exhale, tuck the tailbone around the shoulders, press back. One more time. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze. Exhale, tuck the tailbone around the shoulders, press back. We're gonna come back to neutral. We're gonna spread our knees nice and wide with our big toes touching together. We're gonna sink those hips back. And we're gonna send our arms out, bring ourselves in a child's pose. So we're pressing the chest down towards the floor as much as we can. Reaching out. Hips don't have to touch the heels. We're just getting them as close as we can. When you're ready, we're gonna walk our hands all the way over to the right as far as we can. We're gonna bring it back to the middle, and we're gonna walk it off to the other side. We're gonna bring it back to the middle, pressing down. We're gonna bring ourselves back up into tabletop position. We're gonna extend our legs behind us, bring ourselves in a plank, and then we're gonna hug our elbows in, we're gonna come down to the floor. We're gonna lift just the chest for baby cobra. We're gonna bring it back down. Curl those toes under, lift through tabletop, back into plank. And then we're gonna lift the hips into the air, pressing the hips up towards the ceiling, pressing that chest back towards the thighs, bring ourselves into down dog. When you're here, you can pedal out your feet, bending one knee and then the other. When you're ready, we're gonna walk our feet towards our hands, bring ourselves into a forward fold. So we're pressing the chest down towards the floor. You can grab opposite elbows, you can sway back and forth or side to side, whatever you prefer. When you're ready, we're gonna inhale, come up halfway. And exhale, fold. Press that chest down. We're gonna inhale, come up all the way, arms overhead, slight back bend if you'd like. Hands down to heart center. Relax for just a second. You can take a break, you can take your drink of water, whatever you need. And when you're ready, we're gonna meet back in tabletop. I'm gonna grab some water. Because y'all, it's hot in here. All right. So we're gonna bring ourselves in a nice tall mountain. Mountain is with our feet about hips width distance apart. Nice tall standing spine, arms down along the side. When you're ready, we're gonna inhale those arms overhead. We're gonna exhale, fold, reaching down towards the floor. Inhale, lift halfway. And exhale, fold. Bend your knees as much as you need to plant your hands. Walk your feet back. Hug your elbows in, come down. Lift into baby cobra. Curl those toes under and lift. Hips straight up and back. Pressing the chest back towards the thighs for down dog. Walk your feet towards the hands, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. And exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up, arms overhead, slight back bend. Hands down to heart center. When you're ready, we're gonna do that one more time. So this is a sun salutation. We're gonna do it one more time. So we're gonna bring those arms overhead. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift halfway. And exhale, fold. Plant those hands, walk those feet back. Hug those elbows in, come down, choose one back bend. I'm gonna do baby cobra. Curl the toes under and lift. Press that chest back towards thighs. You can pedal out those feet again if you need it. And then we're gonna walk the feet towards the hands, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. And exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up, arms overhead, slight back bend. Hands down to heart center. All right. Take a moment to find your center, find that nice tall standing spine, and bring those arms down along the side. You can gently close those eyes. Take a moment to connect with yourself, how you're feeling. See if you've unlocked any parts of your body that feel sore, tight, any parts of your body that need extra attention. Take a moment to assess, become familiar. It's really easy when we're going through times of turmoil or stress to shut ourselves off from our physical body, and we don't want to do that. So just make sure that you're connecting with your physical body and how it feels. And when you're ready, we're going to bring those arms overhead. We're going to exhale, fold. Inhale, lift halfway. And exhale, fold. Plant those hands, walk those feet back. Hug those elbows in, come down, and choose one back bend. Curl your toes under and lift. Pedal out those feet. We're going to lift the right foot. You can bend at the knee, open up the hip for three-legged dog. And then when you're ready, we're going to bring that foot to the front between the hands. Back foot, we're going to pivot it at a 45-degree angle. So you can walk it in if you need. You want to make sure that those heels are in line with each other and that those left toes are pointed towards the left front corner of the mat. When you're ready, we're going to lift. Let your hips do whatever they want. Shoulders to the front. You can bring those arms up. Biceps in line with the ears. Or if you're not feeling today, you can always bring the hands on heart center or down by the side. Don't force those hips forward. Let them do what they want. When they're open, they'll come more forward. We just want to bring shoulders to the front. So this is our warrior one. From here, we're going to move into our humble warrior. So we're going to bring the hands down. We're going to grab opposite wrists or opposite forearms. And we're going to bring right shoulder to right knee or as close as we can get it. You want to stay bent in the right knee if you can. When you're ready, we're going to bring ourselves back up. Arms up. Now we're going to bring those hands down. We're going to frame that front foot. So we're going to bring it on either side of the front foot. We're going to take that right foot. We're going to sweep it to the back. And then when you're ready, we're going to hug those elbows in. Come down. Choose one back bend. Curl the toes under and lift. Okay, now we're going to do the other side. So we're going to lift that left foot. And bend at the knee. Open up at the hip for three-legged dog. And then we're going to bring it to the front between the hands. Back foot pivot, 45-degree angle. Heels in line with each other. And then when you're ready, we're going to lift. You can bring those arms wherever you want, wherever you're most comfortable. Here for just a moment. Gonna bring those hands down. We're gonna grab opposite forearms or opposite wrists. We're gonna bring left shoulder to left knee or as close as we can get it. All right, we're gonna bring ourselves out of humble warrior, back into warrior one. We're gonna bring those hands down, framing that front foot. When you're ready, you're gonna pick it up, sweep it to the back. And we're gonna come down to the knees, nice and wide with the big toes touching. Sink the hips back and send those arms out. Pressing down into the floor, bring ourselves to a child's pose. When you're ready, we're gonna bring ourselves back up. As easily as you can, we're gonna extend back. We're gonna hug those elbows in. We're gonna come down. We're gonna bring those arms forward so that the elbows are right underneath the shoulders. We're gonna press away from the floor. Hug that belly in towards the spine, shoulders back. Bring ourselves into Sphinx. We're gonna relax, bring ourselves into a relaxed version of Sphinx. What we're gonna be doing here is half frog. So we're gonna take our right hand, we're gonna pull the right leg in, grab the right foot, and pull it in towards the body. Okay, we're gonna release. We're gonna go to the left side. So we're gonna pull that left foot in, pull it in towards the body. We're gonna release. Bring ourselves back down to the floor. And as easily as you can, we're gonna pick up the hips, nice and wide. We're gonna send the hips back towards the heels, arms out, back in the child's pose. Just a couple deep breaths here. We're gonna bring ourselves back up. Back in the tabletop. When you're ready, we're gonna extend those legs behind us. We're gonna lift into down dog. Pressing the chest back towards the thighs. When you're ready, we're gonna lift that right leg. You can bend it, then you open up at the hip for three-legged dog if you'd like. And then bring that foot to the front between the hands. Back foot, we're gonna turn parallel to the back edge of the mat. So we're gonna turn it at an angle. We wanna be in line with the back edge of the mat. And more importantly, we wanna make sure that the front heel goes right through the middle of the back foot, right? So once you've done that, make sure that you're bent into the right leg. We're gonna lift, right? We want our hips to be, try to open up to the side. It's attempt to be perfect. Right arm over right leg, left arm over left leg. We're looking over the fingertips of the right hand this time. So this is our warrior two. When you're ready, we're gonna reach forward. We're gonna wrap our left arm, right foot, straight up and back for peaceful warrior. Forward again, warrior two. Now we're gonna bring the right arm down to the thigh, not a lot of pressure, and then left arm straight up for extended side angle. When you're ready, we're gonna bring ourselves back up to warrior two. And then we're gonna do our fancy little flourish. We're gonna cartwheel the hands down, framing that front foot. We're gonna pick it up, sweep it to the back, hug your elbows in, come down, and choose one back bend. Curl the toes under and lift. Paddle out those feet if you need it. Warming up those hamstrings. I'm gonna turn around for the next bit. When you're ready, we're gonna pick up the left foot. And bend it, then you open up the hip for three-legged dog. And then we're gonna bring it to the front between the hands. Back foot parallel to the back edge of the mat. And when you're ready, we're gonna lift. Right? Ooh, I think I'm off center. Here we go. So, you wanna make sure right arm is over right leg, left arm over left leg. I did that backwards, but you get the point. We're in ourselves into warrior two. When you're ready, we're gonna reach forward. We're gonna wrap the right arm, flip the left, straight up and back for peaceful warrior. Back into warrior two. Right arm down to the thigh. Left arm down to the thigh. Right arm up into extended side angle. I used to be in the military, so you think I would know my rights from my lefts. I definitely don't. It's gotten worse with years. There's not even that many years, so what's that to say in another 10? So we're gonna bring it back up, warrior two. And then we're gonna cartwheel those hands down, framing that front foot. Pick it up, sweep it to the back. We're gonna come down to the knees, nice and wide, big toes touching, sink the hips back. Send those arms out, bring yourselves into child's pose. Just a couple deep breaths here. Taking your time, reconnecting, centering. When you're ready, we're gonna go ahead and bring ourselves back up into tabletop. We're gonna extend back in a plank and lift those hips for down dog. We're gonna pick up the right foot, right knee to right wrist. So we're gonna bring it down to the floor next to the right wrist. We're gonna turn the right leg at an angle. It doesn't have to be extreme, just gentle. We're gonna bring that left knee down. We're gonna walk it back as far as we can. Now, you can stay up on the hands if you would like, or you can bring yourself down onto the forearms or the forehead, bringing yourself into pigeon. Now, if you've never practiced with me before, I'm a firm believer in 1 minute pigeon poses. I think they're so beneficial for you. So we are gonna be here for a full minute. If you can't tolerate a full minute, that's okay. You don't have to, just whatever is best for you. We're almost there. We got about 15 more seconds. All right. So we're going to bring ourselves back up onto the hands. We're going to walk that left foot in. We're going to take that right foot, and as easily as you can, we're going to pick it up, sweep it, and lift back into down dog. Now we're going to do the other side. So we're going to pick up that left foot, left knee to left wrist, calf at an angle. We're going to send that right leg as far back as we can get it. You can stay up on the hands. And bring yourself down onto the forearms or the forehead. So we're going to be here for a full minute. While you're here, I'm just going to check in with the Instagram feed. It looks like it might have gone out. So everybody here with me on YouTube, just hang out in your pigeon. I got my timer going. We'll be done in just a moment. Looks looks like we might have lost Instagram, but only because my phone overheated. I told you it was hot in here. So we're going to be here in our pigeon for just a few moments, about another 15 seconds. All right, when you're ready, we're going to bring ourselves back up onto the hands. We're going to walk that back foot in. We're going to take that left foot, we're going to sweep it to the back. Lift those hips into the air. Press that chest back towards the thighs. And then when you're ready, we're going to bring ourselves back down to the knees. We're going to sweep those legs around front. We're going to have a seat onto our backside. So we're going to bring ourselves here into a nice, tall, seated position. We're going to very gently grab the back of the knees, lift that chest. And we're going to sit back, bring ourselves into our boat pose. So we're going to lift, bringing the y'all, like words are hard. Calves parallel to the ground. Bring ourselves into boat pose. So we'll be here for just a few moments. We're going to bring those feet down. Grab the front of the legs. We're going to pull nice and tight. Nice tall seated spine. And then we're going to go ahead and lean forward. We're going to bring it back up. And we're going to sit back. Bring ourselves back into boat pose. Bring it back down. Grab the feet, pull nice and straight, and then we're going to lean forward. One more time, we're going to go ahead and sit back in a boat. Bring it back down. Grab the front of the legs, pull nice and straight, and then lean forward. We're going to bring it back up. Extend our legs, nice tall seated spine. We're going to bring those arms overhead. We're going to exhale them down to the legs, and we're going to walk them as far forward as we can. Bring ourselves into a forward seated fold. We're going to bring it back up. We're going to hug those knees in towards the chest. And you can very gently hug onto them, and we're going to rock back. So we're going to hold those knees in towards the chest. You can rock back and forth or side to side, whatever feels good for you. As easily as you can, we're going to reach through, grab the outsides of the feet, pull the knees down towards the armpits for happy baby. We're going to wrap our fingers around our big toes, straighten the legs, and open them up nice and wide. Bring it back to center. Hug those knees in. As easy as you can, we're going to drop them off to the left, right, doesn't matter. We're dropping them off to the side. We're going to bring it back to center. We're going to drop it off in the other direction. We're going to bring it back to center. Hugging those knees in. And then as easy as you can, we're going to extend those legs out. Extend our arms overhead. We're going to do one of those nice good morning stretches. And then release. We're going to do that one more time. So we're going to stretch, stretch, stretch. and then release. I want you to go ahead and find yourself into a comfortable resting position. You can lay on the floor, on your side, on your stomach, on your back, however you feel most comfortable. Or if you don't like laying down, you can be seated. So to find a comfortable resting position, whatever that may be. And from there, we're going to go ahead and close our eyes if we haven't already done so. I want you to take a nice big deep breath in. We're going to hold it at the top. We're going to open our mouth and sigh back out. One more time, we're going to take a nice big deep breath in, hold it at the top. Open your mouth and sigh it out. We're going to release any control we have over our breath. We're going to let it be completely natural. Let our bones be heavy. Release any tension or anxiety we're holding in your body. Release it down into the floor. For the next few minutes, you're going to hear the world continue to move around you. You may hear your loved ones moving around in your house. You may hear sounds from outside. You may hear sounds over this live stream. The world is going to move around us, and that's okay. We're going to let it. Well, we take advantage of the privilege of rest, of relaxation, of quiet reflection. If at any time a thought arises, gently acknowledge it and set it off to the side. It can be dealt with later. These next few minutes are yours for Shavasana. Go ahead and take a deep breath. And bring awareness back into your body by wiggling your fingers and your toes. Take any movements you need here, and when you're ready, bring yourself into a comfortable seated position. Whatever seated position is best for your body. When you're ready, if it's comfortable for you, you can bring your hands heart center with me and gently close your eyes. I'd like to thank you for joining me, allowing me to lead you through this practice. It was an absolute honor. The light in me sees, honors, and respects the light in each of you. Namaste. Thanks so much for joining me, guys. Again, hopefully everything worked out fine. I know we lost the Instagram feed, but I'll be posting about that on Instagram. So if you're joining me because you lost it on Instagram, hey. But thank you so much for joining me today. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to us on our social media. We'd be more than happy to help you out. And until then, I wanted to show you something. We've had a friend practicing with us the whole time. My son's little stuffed Yoshi. He's just been hanging out the whole time. But if you have any questions, you let us know. But until then, I'll see ya.